The most awaited IPO of Zomato is here, and we are back with our complete analysis where we will tell you about Zomato's revenue model, its financial performance, the objectives of the IPO, and in the end, our recommendation. I am Fundamental Research Analyst Siddhi Acharya, and I welcome you all to our YouTube channel Choice. We all know about the Zomato app, which connects the customers, the restaurant partners, and the delivery partners. Now, the customers use the Zomato app to search restaurants, order food, book a table, etc. While the restaurant partners are provided with marketing tools which helps them to acquire customers and provides them with efficient delivery services. Also, on the other hand, the delivery partners gets flexible earning opportunities. Apart from these, it also operates a one-stop procurement solution, Hyperpure, which supplies high-quality ingredients and kitchen products to the restaurant partners. Talking about Zomato Pro, which is an exclusive paid membership program, it provides certain % of discount to the customers at select restaurant partners. Zomato's revenue source includes commission from the restaurant partners, food delivery related advertisement and other revenues. Apart from this, it also collects delivery charges from the customers and passes it to the delivery partners. Zomato is one of the leading food services platforms in India. Even their delivery partners create brand awareness by carrying Zomato branded t-shirts, bags, boxes, etc. Thus, they have created a very strong brand recognition across the country. As of 31st March 2021, Zomato had approximately 390,000 active listed restaurants across 525 cities in India. And these restaurants display a lot of information like address of the restaurants, the timings, website, and even the average cost for a meal. As a result, in FY21, 68% of the new customers which were acquired organically and without any paid promotions. Zomato allows their restaurant partners to run promotional campaigns for targeted customers. It also provides them with multiple tools like payment processing, table reservation, etc., which enables them to run their business better. Majority of you might not know that Zomato is a loss-making company. They still require huge investments to grow their business. If they fail to generate sufficient revenues over their expenses, then it will continue to be a loss-making company. Due to low entry barriers in the industry, Zomato has high competition from other food delivery companies like Swiggy and chain restaurants like Domino's, McDonald's, etc. It also competes with offline delivery channels. People are not much concerned with who is delivering their food, whether it is Swiggy, Zomato, or even the restaurant itself. For example, you might have a favorite restaurant or a favorite dish, but you will never say that you want only a Zomato guy to come and deliver your food just because you like the red t-shirt, right? Nobody says that. Thus, there is no brand loyalty for Zomato, and therefore, people tend to use multiple platforms and switch to the lowest cost provider. Coming to the financial performance, Zomato has shown strong growth in its business mainly due to increased penetration of its services. However, its profitability remained in negative due to high discounts and advertisement costs. The company's revenue grew by 23% CAGR over the years FY19 to FY21. This growth was due to greater engagement by the existing customers, acquisition of new customers, and higher commission. The growth in revenue could have been higher if the food services were not affected by the pandemic. EBITDA and PAT remained negative throughout the reported period, but the loss levels went down drastically in FY21. Since the company is operating in a highly competitive market, we feel that FY21 performance is not sustainable. Zomato has priced its IPO at a price band of 72 rupees to 76 rupees. The IPO opens on 14th of July and closes on the 16th. There will be 195 shares in one lot, and at the higher price band, the total application money is 14,820 rupees. On the back of strong demand from the investors, Zomato has increased its fresh issue size by 20%, while Info Edge India Limited, which is the only shareholder who is selling his stake, has reduced the OFS size from 750 crores to 375 crores. The company is planning to raise 9,375 crores through this IPO. Out of this, 9,000 crores will be through fresh issue and 375 crores through offer for sale. Now, the company will not receive any amount from offer for sale, and of the net proceeds from the fresh issue, 6,750 crores will be used for funding the organic and inorganic growth, and the remaining amount for general corporate purposes. Since there are no listed domestic peers, we have considered global peers for the valuation. At the higher price band, the company is demanding a TTM price to sales multiple of 29.9x, which is at a premium to the global peer average. Thus, this issue seems to be overpriced. The company has certain positives like asset-light scalable business and first mover advantage in the food delivery business. But its operations are almost in a duopoly market, which might attract regulatory changes that can be negative for the company. Also, despite of improvements in business, its operations are still generating heavy losses, and future generation of profits is uncertain. Thus, considering all these factors, we feel that this IPO is not for retail investors. However, investors with high risk appetite and long-term investment horizon can apply. Thus, even though this IPO looks appetizing, we would recommend the investors to subscribe with caution. If you liked our video, please click on the like button and do subscribe to our channel Choice. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.